Today, I'm going to be taking some of the most common types of couples in high school. I'm going to be ranking them from S tier being the best and F tier being the worst. As per usual, none of these are targeted to specific people, and none of this is meant to bully or harass anyone. This is all for jokes. But anyways, without any further ado, let's get straight into the ranking. First off, we have the my girlfriend goes to another school couple. Now, I don't even know if you can consider this one a couple. It's kind of ironic that I'm doing a couple tier list, but the whole point of this is that they don't actually have another girlfriend. Now, on the off chance that small little like sliver of a 1% chance that there is an actual girl that goes to a different school that they are dating, I guess you can count that as a couple. But either way, these people are always gonna say my girlfriend goes to another school, and they will bring it up at any time possible. Like, you won't even ask, and they'll just be like, yo, I got a girlfriend, and you're like, oh cool, who is she? And it'd be like, oh no, you don't know her, she goes to another school. Good to know. I really did care. You just come out of this with nowhere. Super annoying. Most of the time they're lying. So for that, I'm gonna give them, I guess, a D, because it's not like catastrophic, it's just like kind of sad on their own part. Next, we got the arguing couple. Now, this couple will argue about pretty much anything and everything, and you'll just be sitting in class and you'll turn around and you'll see them two goofballs going at it over something stupid, like if they forgot to feed their pet hamster or not, and they're just going on, and they're really loud, really obnoxious. You're just trying to get your work done, and they're arguing about like if someone freaking snapped a girl or not, and it's just so annoying. And it's like, okay, if you can't have this level of trust in a relationship, maybe you shouldn't have the relationship. But either way, they'll find the most menial things to argue about, and it is just utterly obnoxious and loud. And I mean, I don't know how much worse you can get than this, because not only does it just like look sad for them, it kind of just affects everybody else until the point where they're basically just tired with it. So for that, I'm gonna have to put them in F tier. Next up, we have the cheating couple, and this could be either the guy or the girl in the relationship, or even both, to be honest, where the one, as you can see in the picture from that famous meme, he's looking over at the other girl. One of them is a hardcore cheater, and sometimes the other one even knows it, which is the just sad part. I mean, there's a lot of sad things with a lot of these couples on this tier list, but that is extremely sad, knowing your partner's cheating and still just going along with it. But also, I mean, it's just not a good relationship. I mean, I guess it's not personally affecting me too much, but at the same time, you just look over there and be like, dang, bro is absolutely awful, he's been cheating on her. I mean, it's just not pleasant to look at or like even acknowledge that that's happening. But yeah, just because of how like bad cheating is, we're just gonna put that in F. I mean, personally, it doesn't like affect me at all, other than me just being like disappointed in the human race, I guess. Next, we have the cringy couple. You can walk into school on any given day and they'll be having matching outfits, matching something stupid, always together, always doing something insanely weird. They have, oh, this is probably the worst part. They have the most goofy and cringy nicknames like ever. Like, hey, my little schmoochy pookie kitten bear, how is it going today? And like, it's literally like the nerd emoji and just spitting out all these like cutesy tootsy little fartsy artsy names to his little pookie bear or whatever. And it's just so, you get so much secondhand embarrassment from witnessing any action that these people do. And like, whenever you separate them in a class, it's like the freaking parting scene in the Titanic or something. It's like a tragedy and a half to separate these two. I mean, but if they're together, you're gonna hear about it for a long time, because you're gonna be banging your head into a desk for every little nickname they call each other. So either way, this is like a bottom tier couple. Can't stand them. I mean, great that you're happy and all, but that's coming at the expense of me not being happy, so that's going in F tier. Next, we have the forced couple. This is the couple that everybody in school says, oh my gosh, these guys would make an amazing couple, they should totally date. And you know, wouldn't you have thought that they would have already thought about that, not just you? And because all of the time, well, I guess we'll say like 90% of the time, these never work. I mean, if they weren't dating in the first place and everybody in the school's pressuring them to date and then they do, it's just gonna be a disaster, because there's gonna be no actual feelings behind that. They're never gonna hang out with each other, you never see them talk to each other, they're just dating for the label, and they're just never seen together. And it's kind of funny. I mean, it does give an entertainment purpose, because, you know, everybody can simultaneously agree, except for the two in the relationship, that they should be together. So you kind of look and be like, man, they are such a good match, when in reality, they aren't. It's just kind of like a label to put on these people until they find like an actual relationship. So for that, I'm gonna go B, just because it's kind of like legendary, you know, when the two that like everybody thinks are meant to be get together. And even though it's I guess it's not the best for them, it is kind of like a legendary moment, and they'll eventually break up, you know, probably no hard feelings, find someone else, but I'd say, you know, it's a B tier. Next up, we have the hallway couple. Now, this is like the cringy couple, except these people are just always together. That's about it. You'll see them in the hallway. Some reason, they could have like the most opposite classes. They could have 0 classes together, but everywhere you go, you'll see them walking in the hallways with their hands held, and like the principal will come up to them, or a teacher be like, hey, no PDA, you can't be holding hands in the hallways, and they don't care. They don't see each other in any of their classes, so they're gonna make it up to by just holding hands everywhere, walking with each other. You'll have no idea how they make their schedules work to where they can like intertwine between classes, but they somehow find a way. And you know what? You gotta admire their dedication. It ain't doing nothing to me. It's just 2 people trying to be happy. They're not incoherently like annoying or anything, so we're gonna definitely put them in B, just because, you know, it warms my heart to see like such a stable and nice relationship. Next, we have the old couple, and I'm not talking about old like, you know, senior citizens, and I'm not talking about old as in like seniors in the high school. I'm talking about these guys have been dating for years. Like, this is basically like a marriage at this point. Like, the second they graduate, they're ready to pop the question. Like, these people are like the legendary couple of your school. You know who I'm talking about. I feel like every school's got to have at least one where it's like these people are just perfect for each other. They're like, they've been dating for so long, like you can't even like remember when it started. You just know as long as you've known them, they've been dating, and they're basically just like intertwined as a person. This couple's absolutely legendary. They're usually great people. So this is, I mean, this is gonna have to go S, just because I feel like this is like the prime example of like a healthy couple, healthy relationship. You know, chances are they might be the, like, what is it, 10% of couples out of high school that actually do get married, and then like the 2% that stay married after that. So yeah, I feel like this is a very strong couple, very admirable couple, and not annoying in any sense. Always great people. That's gonna go easy S tier. Next is quite a wacky one. It's the open relationship couple. Now, this could be 2 different things. One could just be, you know, they're weird and they just want to have an open relationship with multiple partners, which, I mean, I guess you do what you want, but I'm still gonna say that it's weird. And that is one of the ways. The other way that this couple is formed is because both the partners end up cheating. They're okay with it, and then they just keep cheating on each other, and then they use the phrase open relationship to basically justify cheating on each other. Like, what's the point of having a relationship when both partners are just cheating on each other senselessly? Like, it's absolutely insane to me. It hurts to watch, honestly. Just be like, this couple, I mean, they could have even been around for a while. And at some point, one of them gets bored, cheats on the other one can't leave them, so they cheat too, and then they're like, okay, it's even. They're like, you know what, we should do this more often, and then they just cheat on each other regularly. It's so weird. And it is just a terrible example of a couple. Now, these people, I mean, the fact they cheated in the first place is just a telling sign about their character. I mean, they could see nothing wrong with it, but I definitely see something wrong with it. And I could go on and on about how just, like, unnatural that is, or, like, unloyal. Which I know unloyal is kind of the point of this, but it's just weird to me. And it's probably weird to a majority of the other people as well. But for them, I guess, they're living their life. They're having fun. It doesn't affect me. I do not like the aspect of cheating one bit. But this is probably better than the cheating couple, just because there's at least some kind of mutual understanding going on, even though it's like absolutely insane. I'm still gonna put it in F tier because cheating's cheating, but I guess I'll have to put it above the cheating couple. Also, I'll put the cringy couple above both of them because I don't know why I had that behind that. I think I just slapped it in the F tier. I forgot I'm kind of ordering it by like in their tier list, so I would also put the hallway couple ahead of the forced couple. Next up, we have the PDA couple, and I don't even know how to get started with this. I'm already stuttering thinking of this because I'm stuttering already because of this. Like, I can just see it in my head. The couple that, I mean, even though PDA is like banned in almost every school, I'd imagine probably every school, they still do it. They got their whole heads inside of the other person's mouth. They're freaking licking them in class. They're always like touching each other in weird ways, pinned up against a locker. Like, you just walk into your next class and you see some girl pinned up against a locker and they're like full making out in the middle of the hallway, and you just want to throw up and like run away and just kind of bawl your eyes out, douse them with bleach. Like, it is awful. Like, I'm so happy that you're happy. That's great. Just be happy in a private space, not a public school hallway. You know, like the hallway couples got it under control, right? They got a little bit of PDA, but they're happy as well as you, but all they're doing is just holding hands or just talking to each other down the hallways. You do not have to have a full makeout session while you're walking to your next class in the 5-minute intermission period. Like, it's just completely unnecessary, completely gross to witness, and I'm putting that in F tier right behind the cringy couple, because I feel like that's even worse than the cringy couple, because they just take the cringy couple to another step. I'd rather hear nicknames than see like the visual embodiment of those nicknames, you know what I mean? Now we have the teenage parent couple. This is just, I mean, sad. Like, you talk about cheating is one thing, and then on the other end of the spectrum, you have kind of like the opposite, the ultimate loyaltiness, which I guess isn't necessarily loyaltiness, it was just stupidity and lack of common sense. And then now you got two 16-year-olds that have a baby. You can't take care of that. First off, I mean, you can't take care of the baby because you're in school. Second off, you don't get paid while going to school, so you can't pay for the baby, and you don't have like the time to have a full-time job because you're in school. School just kind of blocks everything, and you can't take care of this kid. Like, there's no way you'll be able to take care of this kid, and now you have a living, breathing human being that it is your responsibility to take care of, and it sucks, you know? I feel bad for the baby, and this happens more times than it definitely should. I mean, it should happen 0 times, but it happens a lot more than you'd expect. And I mean, this is just bad. Now, I can't necessarily diss on the people, because a lot of these people are like good people, but it's just like there's no way you should be able to raise this kid, and you're probably not raising it super well. I mean, they don't even have the experience, right? They're not even like freaking legal adults yet. So it is just scary to see. And you kind of, on one hand, feel bad for them, which is why I'm going to put them in the D, not F. I mean, that's their own stupidity. It's just sad to see, you know, and I would put it down in F tier, but looking at the F tier, I'm like, at least these people could be decent people. They're not always like douchebags. And, you know, at least they're trying. They're giving it their all. They just made a stupid decision. And last but not least, we have the toxic couple. Now, this is a little bit different from the arguing couple, because it's not necessarily just like two-sided where both people are going at each other. This is usually one of them is like extremely toxic. And yes, they do get into a lot of arguments, but this is more like the like actual abusiveness and like just overall meanness, rudeness, cheating. I mean, this is basically all of the negative things in the bottom tier put into one. I mean, it's called toxic for a reason. The relationship is just full of toxic fumes that need to end, but a lot of the times these relationships stick for a lot longer than they should. Like, one person can literally absolutely despise the other one because they're getting absolutely beat to shreds, but they won't break up with them. They'll hang out on their regular, have a bad experience every time, and still be dating them. Like, there are just red flags being waved from every corner of the globe, and they are just completely colorblind, do not see him, and it is just utterly sad. I mean, this is terrible, and for that reason, it's going in F, probably behind the cringy couple, no, behind the PDA couple, honestly, because I mean, witness-wise, I'd rather witness a toxic couple than a PDA couple, but like, if you're talking about the actual, like, couple-wise, that's just bad, to be honest. And honestly, they're probably cheating as well, so I probably could put this in very last, because it is literally just everything combined, because I guarantee one of them's cheating on the other one. So yeah, I feel like that's probably in last place here. But yeah, either way, that is the school couple tier list. I hope you all enjoyed. If you agree, let me know down in the comments. If there's any more tier lists you'd like to see, also let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, make sure to check out channel memberships for as low as $2 a month. You can go check out all the perks listed down in the description below. Make sure to join the Discord, link is also in the description. There'll be some more videos on screen that you'll also enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.